Hello and welcome back to Read Along with me. Oh shoot. That was the softener, light softener cover. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm not sure I'm supposed to introduce myself every time, but I'm Angela March. We're reading along my book, Someone You Loved. I write under the name A.Story as well. Any of my relationship, modern love books. I can't say romance, right? Well, they're not, yes, they have romantic elements, absolutely. Anyway, we are starting out on chapter 11 and 12. Ma'am, please put away your laptop. I shut down my document and glanced at my daughter, who was casually sipping champagne in first class on a flight to Hawaii, looking like she doesn't have a care in the world. She doesn't. I'm not sure how I agreed to this less than 12 hours ago. She had her first fight with her boyfriend and then coerced her mother into a 4-day trip to Maui, along with a key and a gate code to my house. She should be the negotiating attorney. Eyeing the flashing fasten seatbelt sign, I pick up my phone and put it in airplane mode before the hostess comes back around to scold me. I recline my head back, slip in my earbuds, and let Nico's voice serenade me. The jolt of the plane tells me we are taxiing down the runway. I love that feeling when the plane leaves the ground, the silence while waiting for your ears to pop. After the plane evens out, Mia pulls one of my earbuds out. What are you listening to? A new band that the firm is scouting. She gives me a sideways stare. Is it heavy metal? I smile. Not exactly. 90s grunge with a heavy edge. Her mouth twists. I place my bud back in my ear. Oh crap, I lost my place. I place my bud back in my ear before turning up the volume. I feel like you guys are so close. I don't want you to see. Yeah, is that better? Yeah. I napped during the flight only to open my eyes for a quick bite of lunch and check my emails. I suppose the timing was right for a quick trip. I'm still ahead of schedule. Mia and I look out the window as the islands appear through the clouds. Neither one of us has been to Hawaii. She grabs my hand. It's so beautiful. It is. I watch her face glow. I'm glad we did this. She turns to me. Thanks, Mom. Our driver gathered our bags and shuffled us to the Four Seasons. As we walk through the lobby, wow is all I can say. No lie. Wow, it's right. We are greeted with fruit, infused water, and an intoxicating lei of purple and pink tropical flowers placed around our necks. Miss Braxton? Yes, that would be me, I smile. And your beautiful daughter, Mia Braxton? I visibly see Mia flinch. What is wrong with me today? I can't speak. I visibly see Mia flinch at the incorrect use of her last name. It's Hudson, not Braxton. She corrects, I have my father's name. My apologies, Miss Hudson. After we check in, we go to the outside lanai and enjoy a frozen concoction of coconut and pineapple while our bags are taken to our room. Mia looks down at her watch. Time zones. We left LA 3 hours ago. We gained 3 hours. We both laugh. That means we get 2 lunches. I call as I call the server over for a menu. Napped and showered, we make our way down to dinner. I know Mia wants to say something about my outfit. It's a floral, ruffled, Dolce dress that hugs all of me before fluttering out at mid-thigh, showing off my hard-earned legs. She looks at the looks we are getting are pride-inducing. We are seated in the center of the open room with a direct view of the beach and the last few minutes of the sun kissing the water goodbye for another day. I close my eyes and inhale the delicious smells that are washing over me. Why are your eyes closed? I open my eyes to find my daughter glaring over her menu at me. Just enjoying the smell of the salt air and the botanicals. I haven't had a real vacation in years, so lay off. I snap, picking up my menu. Her brows come together. Oh. I shake my head. I need you to stop with the attitude and the never-ending criticisms towards me. It's getting real fucking old. Mia, it's getting real fucking old, Mia. I'm done with that. It makes me not want to be around you. How would you feel if I treated you like that, constantly criticizing your choice of outfit, your choice of anything? So stop. Her mouth falls open and shuts just as quickly. She looks down as tears fill her eyes. I take this opportunity to keep on digging, to keep on snapping out. I'm happier than I've ever been. I need you to understand that. Stop treating me like shit. I'm your mother, not your fucking punching bag. She suddenly stands and leaves the table. I pick up my menu and fight the guilt I feel. But it's the truth. I'm done with that. I'm relieved when she comes back to the table. I'm sorry. I look at my beautiful daughter that has been crying. Okay. Thank you for your apology. I reach over the table and take her hand. Mia, it's time for us to move forward into an adult relationship that is based on respect, love, and support of each other. You're an adult now and have the capabilities to process your emotions without attacking me. I wouldn't change my past, but I have control over my life and my future, and that's all I've ever wanted. I have all I have ever wanted, a beautiful child and my career. I let go of her hand and sit back as the server sits down another fruity drink in front of me. She stares at me. I'll work on it. I don't mean to do it. That's all I want. I just want you to work on it and recognize what you're doing. We order food and have an awkward dinner. That has drained me. I'm already ready for bed. I'm up and out the door for a sunrise run on the beach. I can't say I wasn't shocked by the lack of people running on this balmy early morning. I stop mid-stride when the sky blazes with dark pinks and bright purple as the sun rose over the Pacific. I take out my buds and listen to the soft waves. Nothing like a Maui sunrise. A deep voice startles me from behind. I turn to see a shirtless man with a ripped body. Right? Yeah, right? I wipe the sweat from my forehead. My first. You never forget your first. He wipes his hand off before extending it to me. Paul Windward. I take his hand and notice the brilliant blue-gray eyes. Samantha Braxton. Nice to meet you. I saw you last night at dinner. Oh? You were here with your sister? I smile and look back at the sky. That was my daughter. Ah. It's our first trip to the island. Little mother-daughter bonding, good for the soul. Yeah. I'm feeling uncomfortable at his vested interest. Well, I need to run, figuratively. It was nice to meet you, Paul. Enjoy the rest of your day. I smiled, turning and taking off in the direction that I came. I stopped and ordered room service on my way up to the room to shower. When I walked into the bedroom, Mia was still in bed, giggling and talking on the phone. I roll my eyes. At least she gave it 24 hours before caving to Jay. She was off the phone when I got out of the shower. I ordered room service on my way back from my run. It should be here any minute. Awesome. I need coffee. Thanks, Mom, she said, beaming at me. I nod and return to the bathroom. Maybe she'll be in a great mood all day, I muttered, coating myself with sunscreen. I returned to the living room to her glued to her phone. One of those cabanas come with our room. I thought we could lay by the pool today and relax. She nods and sips her coffee. Sounds good. Her eyes were still glued to her screen as her fingers were tapping away. I eat my breakfast in silence on the lanai, gazing at the amazing view before we change and head out. We are escorted to our cabana and order a bottle of champagne with fresh fruit juices before we settle in. This is nice. If this is what money buys, I'll buy every time, I said, cracking a joke. Work hard, play hard, I guess should be my future motto. Mia looks at me. You do work your ass off. Shock at her response was the only emotion I could mutter. Thank you for finally recognizing that. I slip my coverlet down my body and toss it over the back of the lounger. I also noticed your new boobs. I roll my eyes before facing her. They aren't new anymore, sweet pea. They aren't new anymore, sweet pea. Sarcasm oozing from my voice as I adjust my bikini bottoms. You look great for your age. I'm not old, Mia. 40 is the new 30. Remember what Rennie said? I pull out more sunscreen and lather up. Okay, Rennie, she smarts, pulling her coverlet over her head and prancing out of the cabana, walking down into the pool. I pull out my laptop and try to get a little work done. After only a few minutes, I'm hot as hell, even in the shade with the breeze and the fans. I shut down my laptop and place it back in my bag and walk out of the cabana into the brightness of the sun. Even with my sunglasses on, I'm blinded. I walk down to the sloping edge of the pool. The coldness of the water takes my breath. I sink in further and spy Mia lounging on the side of the pool in a lounger that is partially submerged in the pool. I wade into the deeper water and I feel a slight splash to my left. Samantha? That smooth voice. I turn to see Paul. Hi. I'm not surprised. He saw me last night at dinner. He must be staying here as well. I was hoping to see you again. How was the rest of your run? Small talk is not something I was in the mood for. Where is Rennie when I need her? Good, and yours? Great. Mom! I see my daughter slide into the pool and start over to us. Mom, you look red. Maybe you should go back to the cabana. I see Paul's hidden laugh at the show of protection. I just got in. I'm fine, but thank you. I'm Paul. Okay, she smarted with a tilt of her nose skyward. The corners of his mouth twist as he restrains a chuckle at her snootiness. Well, I guess I was going to see if your gorgeous mother and you would like to join me for dinner tonight. Around 8? He's not talking to her. He's talking to her, but his words are for me. No, we're on a mother-daughter trip, but thank you anyway, she snips, taking my arm and pulling. And where's Dad today? I'm divorced. How about that drink before dinner? You and me, Samantha? Wait a minute. How about a drink before dinner? Just you and me, Samantha? I can feel Mia's fresh manicure dig into my wrist. How dare she embarrass me like this? I jerk my hand and surprisingly my wrist slips free thanks to sunscreen. I look at Paul, not surprised that he caught that exchange. What room are you in? I'll think about it. Oh, I'm not staying at the hotel. Oh? I own the house next door. The inclusive amenities were part of the sale of the land. I audibly hear Mia suck in her breath. That was smart, he shrugs. I had a smart attorney. I nod. They come in handy. I'm in room 912. Call around 7 and I'll have an answer. Excellent. He boldly takes my hand, bringing it to his lips. Your answer will be yes. It takes a moment for him to let go and swim away. Mia and I watch him exit the pool and towel off. The care and time he puts into himself is evident. He casually throws his towel over his shoulder and leaves the pool area. I'm suddenly aware of my very depressed vagina. Mom. Her tone was one of shock. Enough, Mia. I turn and head back to the cabana with her right behind me. I grab my towel and wrap it around myself, cuffing it around my chest. You can't be serious about having drinks with him. He was so arrogant with that you'll say yes BS. I shake my head. I'm having a drink with him, Mia. I watch her mouth drop as her arms cross in front of her. I can't believe you. Stop. It's just a drink. I drop my towel and rustle my cover up back over my damp body, throw my buds in and lie back on the lounger, ignoring her. When I open my eyes a little while later, Mia and her bag were gone. I exhale, feeling relief with a side of guilt for snapping at her. But damn, what happened to her? But damn, what happened to her trying to stop with the attitude? I close my eyes again. Miss Braxton? I open my eyes. Yes? Mr. Winward has sent for you? I sit up. Excuse me? Sent for me? Yes, ma'am. He said you needed a massage and whatever else you would like from our spa services. I couldn't retain my excitement. I clapped my hands and giggled. Really? Yes, ma'am. I'll gather your things and if you would follow me, I'll escort you there. I stand and follow, floored by his generous gift. I've never had a man or anyone for that matter treat me to something so fabulous as a spa day at the Four Seasons. Wow. I smile. I guess he wanted to make sure I'd say yes to that drink. 12. 4 glorious hours later, I walk into my room to a pissed off and panicked daughter. Oh my God, where have you been? I've been worried to death. I've called security and told them that I thought the man kidnapped you. I throw my bag on the table. That man treated me to an afternoon at the spa. I kept walking to the bedroom with me on my heels. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that, Mom? I turn and face her rage. The same reason you didn't tell me you were leaving the cabana. Her chin lifts in defeat. And look here, you are alive and pissed off. And look, here you are, alive and pissed off. You're an adult, and you have found out how to get back to your room without being snatched. I smart my relaxation vanishing by the second. He's just trying to get in your pants. And what's wrong with that? I watch her search for words. I hope you had the same outburst when Claudia moved in with your father. Touche to low blows and silence. Well, did you? She shakes her head. No, but no buts or double standards. If you have drinks with him, I won't have dinner with you. I smile. Perfect. I'll have dinner and drinks with a handsome man tonight who treated me to a spa day. He didn't treat you if it was free, Mother. It's the thought behind it, Mia. She walks out of the bedroom. I can hear the patio door slam. God, she drains me, I mutter, closing the bathroom door. After I showered and got ready, I chose a black ruffled romper and sky-high black heels to wear on my date. That thought resonates with me. I have a date with a hot man tonight. I take a long look at myself in the full-length mirror and take a picture to send to Rennie with the caption, "Hot date with a hot man." It didn't take but a second for her to respond. Take care of that depression issue tonight, sexy lady. Don't we all need a friend like Rennie? Don't we? I do. I have several of them, and I'm very, very thankful for each and every one of them. I smile and leave the bedroom to see a sleeping Mia with her phone clutched to her ear. Good thing I pay for unlimited everything. At exactly 7, the room phone rings. Hello? Hello? Are you downstairs? At the bar. I'm on my way. I hang up the phone. I step off the elevator and walk to the entrance to find Paul waiting at the bottom of the stairs. When he notices me, I smile bigger than my daughter's attitude curls his mouth. I step down the stairs, taking his outstretched hand, his eyes locked onto mine. I am captivated by you. He brings my hands to his lips. For the lack of finding words, thank you for the spa, I stumble out. He straightens. They have a couple spa day, he said with a wink. I take the last 3 steps down the marble stairs. I'll keep that in mind. He escorts me to a quiet corner table at the front of the restaurant. I look out at the brilliantly streaked evening sky. This place is magical, I said as he slides out my chair. Indeed. After he pushes my chair to the table, his warm hands caress my shoulders and he whispers, "You are magical." I smile and instantly think of Nico when he said, "Never lose the magic." I can feel the heat wash over my body. I've missed being close to a man. I miss having the attention of a man. He takes his seat. The server is waiting to take our order. We'll take a bottle of okay, I can't pronounce this champagne right. I've had it. It's delicious, but I cannot pronounce it to save my life. Louis Roedier Cristal Brut 2008. I'm sure I butchered it. Whatever. It's nice champagne. Excellent choice, Mr. Winward. The server smiles and disappears. I hope you enjoy champagne. I nod and smile. I do, especially that bottle. Very nice. Excellent taste. I would agree with the excellent taste considering my companion for drinks. I laugh. What's funny? I set my menu down. I need to be real with you. I haven't been on a date in years, so please forgive my awkwardness. This isn't a date. Dinner and dancing are a date. How long do I have with you? I smile. Well, Mia's pissed at me, so would you like to have dinner with me? I would love to. We laugh and settle into our evening. We fill each other in on our lives. He travels to LA every few months on business, so that works. I enjoy his company and the bonus is he doesn't live in LA. That means I don't have to worry about him trending on my limited personal time. He's a Hawaiian native since the age of 4 when his father moved their family here. He had a younger brother who died in a surfing accident when he was in his late 30s. He went under and hit his head on the rocks. His nephew was visiting and tried to save his dad. He said his nephew had never been the same since. Paul has been married 3 times, never had kids, and is somewhat of a sarcastic asshole. I enjoy that sense of humor in a person. Rennie has the same asshole qualities. The only major thing that bugs me about Paul, he isn't a fan of music. He said nature is his music and he enjoys a quiet mind. Besides, he didn't seem too impressed with my story of how I became an entertainment attorney. Not that I expect people to understand or be impressed by my story, but it is my story and I'm very proud of that. After a delicious meal of local fresh fish and vegetables, along with a second bottle of champagne, Paul has me by the waist in a seductive slow dance around the dance floor. The music stops and we decide to get a drink and go sit on the beach. I have to ask, you must have been a young mother. I nod. 18, almost 19 when Mia was born. Then divorced at. Every time someone asks me that question, it eats at me. I was divorced at 36. I can tell another question is bubbling to the surface. Can we not talk about that? Can we not talk about that? His eyebrows come together. Sure, what would you like to talk about? In a move that shocked me, I pulled his face to mine and gave him the slightest of softest kisses to stop the questions and the chit-chat. When I pulled away, I was met with his lustful look in his smoldering blue eyes. Is your house walking distance? He stands and offers his hand. I waited for his breathing to become settled before I unwrapped myself from him. I quietly gathered my things as I watched him sleep. After all these sexless years, it was better than I remembered. My ex was never aggressive in bed. Paul was slightly, pleasurably aggressive, and he gave me my pleasure before he had his. Even though it didn't take long for me to climax under his steady movements, to be in his early 50s, he was a good, generous lover. The kind of lover that would get better over time. However, I'm leaving in 2 days, and I no longer have a depressed vagina. Rennie will be proud. I slink out of his house and step down onto the still warm sand. I look up at his modest house, even though I look up at his modest house, even though I'm sure it's worth a few million sitting directly on the beach. Thankfully, the beach and lobby are empty as I make my way to my room to a hopefully sleepy Mia. I slide my card and enter the room as quietly as I can. Relief floods me as I walk in and see Mia sleeping with the TV on. I creep by her and shut the bedroom door. I shower and fall into bed at 4 a.m. with a smile of satisfaction across my face. Thank you for reading along with me. That was chapter 11 and 12. The story's amping up. Well, this video is still 27 minutes long. I've been trying just to read 2 chapters, but I know people prefer short chapters, but sometimes I can't get it all in a short chapter, and it's not. So I'm reading 2 chapters at a time, and thank you for being here. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.